Hey everyone, this is Chriso, and I'm back for part 43 of the Human Journal. This journal, I'm going to talk about tornadoes. This year, 2015, I've been having quite a few dreams on tornadoes. And, it's interesting. It's, I had one last night, and then it reminded me of another dream I have about tornadoes back in back in late spring of 2015. But I've been having some dreams here and there in regards to tornadoes. I did research online, people having, what it means, right? And a lot of things that people talk about. Let's say you have somebody that's able to interpret dreams, right? Like you have experts and stuff. We all can interpret our dreams. Everybody has their own take on it. But, a lot of stuff that I've done research on tornadoes, and a lot of the dream interpreters will tell most people is that your life is pretty much chaotic. That's just what boils down to. Your life is in chaos and stuff like that, because tornadoes represent destruction, right? And what else? Fear. Yeah, fear, all that. But I haven't found anybody I have the type of tornado dreams that I had. I feel like mine is very unique of its own. I just haven't found it on the internet. I just was curious. Before I talk about last night, okay, I'm going to talk about this one tornado dream that really stands out. It got me actually, the dream I had last night got me think about the one back in somewhere in the late spring of 2015. Okay, that dream last spring, okay, I found myself in a field, okay, like some sort of plain field, okay. There was 3 humanoids, okay, all right, 3 ETs, let's just call it, okay, but 3 humanoids. Obviously, their head is not quite, their head is a little larger, their skin is a little bit, I say their skin is tan type of complexion, but there were 3 of them. And they're kind of look more of a male type ETs, okay? They have, and I never forget, they had three of these beings. They have these, it looks like a beautiful garment they was wearing. White, they was wearing white, and then it was like gold, some sort of gold design on it, right? These 3 beings know me. Okay. Now I do tell everybody that I am a reincarnated, multi-dimensional being. So I reincarnated into this human body. Okay. So these 3 beings know me. Now, what this dream was about, okay, it's very obvious to me. All right. It was very obvious that they was like, how I put it, they was assisting me into retraining or rediscover my abilities in terms of, like, for example, moving a tornado or doing something with it or creating a tornado, but actually controlling it in a sense. Now, I was going to say this real quick. It's not really much of a long dream. It's a very kind of short. You see, when these 3 beings was talking to me about why they're with me, okay, why I'm here in this particular field, it's like a field. I guess it's like, it looks like a farm, but it's like a plain field, okay? Like wide open, okay? Wide open land. Now, these 3 beings, they were positioned, what's interesting thing about this, that these 3 beings, they was their positioning was like a triangle. One beam was in a top triangle and one point of the triangle, and the other beam was in the other point of the triangle, and then the other one was in the other point, the right side, the right point of the triangle. And me, I was in the middle. Don't get confused with the egotistic structure of the triangular thing with humanity. No, this is a little different. Triangle, the idea of a shape to me, triangle represents different ideas or meanings, but this particular triangular formation that these three beings it was like energy being conducted, okay? There was energy being conducted through these beings, and it was channeling towards me. Because my position was in the middle. I was in the middle part. And I never forget, the dream was that I'm doing my best to remember now. This is a part, I'm a little blurry, okay? I remember they were staring at me, and I was staring forward, right, towards the sky. And I had my hands up. Okay, I was like moving something with my hand. It was like there was no object in front of me, but I was just doing some movement with my hands. Like I was stretching my hand. I was just doing something. It's kind of like as if I was crafting something. You know, I was just doing something. So they were telling me, Crystal, we're gonna assist you in. You know, that way you rediscover your abilities, what you could do. So the part that I'm a little blurry is that when a tornado came, I'm thinking that the tornado came and I've done something with it or I created it. I'm just a little blurry, so I'm going to do my best to describe. I should have recorded, you know, or wrote it down when I had this dream last year, but I didn't. What happened was, so when I was basically in front of the tornado, okay, I was controlling it. I think that's the best thing I can remember at this point. I controlled the tornado, the movement, okay, and that's all I was doing. I was. And again, the feeling I got from these beings that they were assisting me. And I told my friend about this last year, you know, early spring, you know, from last spring, and she was amazed about it. I said to her, yeah, I never had a dream like this before. This is very interesting. And I've been having, you know, so that's pretty much the dream, okay? I was just moving the tornado. Not doing anything destructive to anybody, no, obviously not. It's just that I was moving it, like I was controlling it. All through, and I'm going to tell you straight up, it was telekinesis. There was an energy from within me, and I was literally moving it. Okay, these three beings, and it's very deep, that these beings, they place themselves in a triangular formation, and I was in the middle. It's just the energy. Everything's all about energy. From the being, from the triangular formation, from the tornado itself. So yeah, I was in the middle, and I was actually, they was assisting me of reactivating an ability that I do know. I just wasn't aware of it at the moment. So that was a very interesting dream. That was it. That was it from that dream. So from here and there, not a lot. I was having some dreams about tornadoes, and some of the tornadoes was like black. Actually, you know, I just remember one tornado dream I had. Yeah, it was a black tornado. Okay, like straight black. Okay, and I'm not sure if I record this, anyway, I did tell my friend about this. I think this was after that dream. One of the dreams I had, yeah, I think it was like maybe in the summertime of 2015. It was a black tornado that approached me. It actually picked me up. I was in the tornado, okay? It seemed like there was a voice within that tornado. Yes, I'm starting to remember this now more as I'm talking about it. The voice within the tornado was talking to me. And it wasn't anything threatening. It was just, I don't know what it said, but it was talking to me. That's all I got from it. And I, instead of like, I don't know, it's just weird. I was just floating with it. Like I wasn't in danger at all. And the tornado, I was just swirling around and around inside the tornado. And then I think what happened was is that I was just, the tornado ceased, it just disappeared, and I'm back on the ground. You know, yeah. Other dreams I have about tornadoes is that I've seen tornadoes in the distance in my dream, and I look at it, and it stays there, and I go my way. And it seems, I think one of the dreams that it saw me. A tornado saw me and it stopped. Like, this was one of my dreams. I'm sorry. As I'm talking about some of these dreams I have, I'm refreshing my memory here. So one of the tornadoes that saw me stopped in its tracks. It saw me, and because I looked at it, I felt that in that dream, one of those dreams, I was displaying some sort of energy. It knew this tornado, it sensed an energy or something within me. Tornado just stopped. And again, I was just going my way. That was it. And what else? So I can't remember any other dreams. So I want to talk about the dream, the one I had, the latest one. The latest dream of a tornado, okay, was I was inside, I think I was inside an apartment or a house. I was watching, I was actually inside a house, so let's just say an apartment, okay? I was watching a funnel. There was a funnel formation, okay? And what happened is that while the funnel cloud was starting to form, and I was looking at this right before my eyes in the dream, I was like, and right before the funnel cloud dived down, now keep in mind, I've never seen a tornado in person. I've heard stories about a funnel cloud and what happened and what it does and all that, right? So what happened is that when I saw the funnel cloud about to touch down to the ground and about to form into a tornado, I saw a light. The tornado was dark, okay, on the outer part. The wind and everything was dark, and the clouds was dark too and everything, right? But there was a light. There was some sort of light. Something was about to glow inside. It was just very interesting. When I saw that, and when it was about to become a full tornado, I stretched out my hand, okay? I stretched out my hand, and there was like a force within me, all right? There was a force within me that just rushed out of me towards the tornado, and I literally, I just pushed the tornado right into the horizon. It's kind of like, it happened so fast that it looks like when you watch a movie and you hit super fast forward, right, of a scene, that's what it looks like. It just zoom, it just disappeared. Like it just went. I just pushed it right to the horizon, and I'm like, that was it. All the clouds, the dark clouds that's connected to the funnel cloud and all that, and when it's about to become a tornado, all that was just rushed right into the horizon. All because the energy, the force that's within me, I just stretched my hand. And And when I was looking at the horizon and watching it down in the horizon, there was another tornado. This is very interesting. There was another tornado out of nowhere rushing towards me from the field. Okay? It was a very small one. Okay? Inside that tornado, it was a tree trunk. Okay? It was like it was a tree trunk. It had no branches, nothing. It was just a trunk of a tree of itself. That's it. It was like right inside the tornado. So it was a mini twister. It was coming towards me. And I saw this. I was like, it's very interesting when I look at the inside of the tornado with a tree trunk. So I was telling my friend, my friend, now she was she was in a dream. I didn't see her, but when I saw her, when I said to her in a dream, get away from the window, like move, like, let's say like run, like get away from the window fast. And I didn't see her in a dream, my friend. But when I stood away from the window, there was another voice. I don't know what voice this was, but there was a voice that was telling me inside the house, don't worry, this tornado is not going to enter. Something like that. And the voice told me that there's a shield around the house. That's like that's like another force of itself. If it's not for me, there's another force around the house. So this tornado, when it was like aiming for me, it knew exactly from inside the house where I was. When it was coming towards me from the field, okay, it just, boom, it just stopped. The shield, or let's say some sort of field, let's say a force field, okay, it just stopped it. The tornado, the wind just disappeared in the tree trunk that was inside the tornado. It just fell right down the ground. Very unusual dream. So when that happened, then I saw another tornado. And when I was looking to the horizon, this one tornado, it was so long. It was long, not massive, but it was not wide, but it was very, very long. It just like, it stood still, looked at me. It didn't have a face, but I knew there was an energy from within me. I sensed that it was looking right at me. While the mini twister, it didn't come through the house, but this one tornado, it just stared at me as it kept rotating in one spot. And I don't know, I think it disappeared on its own. But yeah, it wasn't going towards me. It was just this third tornado. It was just staring at me from a far distance. And I looked at it too. Wasn't afraid though. I think the natural response I felt when I saw this mini twister coming towards me, I was telling my friend to get away from the window, because that's the feeling I had. But the interesting thing about it is that I wasn't afraid. I just wasn't. I think most of the dreams I had regards to tornado, I wasn't afraid. Now, so yeah, that was it from the dream, from the latest dream. And I don't see stories like that in when I do a Google search on dreams of tornadoes, like somebody using telekinesis and controlling a tornado. I don't really see that. So I was telling my friend about it. I said to her, like, what do you think? And she told me that, well, she said what her thoughts was is that I'm doing battle against a force that suggests that it's going to do something to me. But she said a good thing about it is that I took control. I took care of it. Yeah, I used my power from within. So, yeah, it's just interesting. These dreams that I have, everybody, I feel these dreams are symbolic to me, and especially the one from last year, not last year, excuse me. Well, I guess because this is December 1st. So this is going towards the end of the year. Anyway, so yeah, this dream is very symbolic, especially the one I had in the springtime. You know, with those three humanoid beings, and, especially them standing on a triangular formation, and I in the middle. Yeah, it's amazing. It really is. So I just wanted to, I just want to share that. This is actually a short journal, and yeah, it's amazing. I felt in my heart that I had to share this, especially my latest dream. It was very interesting. Okay, everyone, that's it for now. I will be back for part 44. Take care.